Hello friends, this is Aladdiin once again, a master of fake lingo and a super fake accent like other Indians that we see on the globe. Yeah? Okay, let's start. So time and work is the chapter today, a very difficult looking chapter which people find questions to look complicated, and then typically this chapter would seem to be difficult, but it is not. Not only that, once you complete one chapter, you automatically complete the another chapter, which is pipes and systems. So that's the advantage that we have. So what we'll do, we'll start with the chapter, we'll try to understand how the questions are put, how to solve them, right? So straight away, the question is typically like this: A completes a piece of work in 15 days and B completes the same piece of work in 20 days. In how many days together they'll complete it? Now the golden rule is this: in these type of questions, always find one-day work for both the participants. So if A and B can together finish a piece of work in X number of days, you have to find in one day how much of the work is completed by them. How to solve it? Now if A completes a work in 15 days, you just write down A's one day work is 1 by 15. How it comes, we'll understand it in the next slide. But remember the way how it is solved. So one day work of A is 1 by 15. One day work of B is 1 by 20 because it completes the work in 20 days. So 1/20th of the work is completed in one day. So together, one day work both A and B is 1 day work of A plus 1 day work of B, which is 1 by 15 plus 1 by 20. Solve it, and then you will get the answer. Let us understand. When you take LCM, 60 would be the LCM 4 plus 3, 7 by 60. Now 7 by 60 of the work is completed by both of them in one day. Yeah? What does it mean? Again, in the next slide we'll understand. The total days would be, what do? You reverse the fraction. The fraction is 7 by 60. You reverse the fraction. It becomes 60 by 7. These are the total number of days required to complete the task. And if in fractions I have to write, I'll write it 8 4 by 7 days. Yeah? Okay, again, the golden rule is this: find one day work for both. Alright, so I've written all of this in the next slide. Always find one day work for all participants. Now, for example, now that's the shortcut also. If Aladdin takes 12 days to complete the task and Alibaba takes 8 days to do the work, the same task, the shortcut is you multiply the days, 12 into 8, and you divide it by the sum of both, yeah, which is 12 plus 8. So it's 12 into 8 divided by 12 plus 8 is equal to 96 by 20. You can solve the last question that I gave. You can multiply 20 into 15 and you divide by 20 plus 15. You directly get the number of days, which is 8 4 by 7 days. Yeah, so you multiply A and B, you divide it by the sum of A and B, you get the answer. That's a shortcut for two people. Yeah, but remember the golden rule: always find one day work for all participants, and then together in one day how much work is completed. You have to find that. Now what does it mean? Now if A and B in one day complete 7 by 60th of the work, what does it mean? It means the next day, if A and B work, they would still complete 7 by 60 of the work, and another day, next day, they would again complete 7 by 60 of the work, and for 4 days, for example, now they would, okay, let us understand this way. So 7 by 60 of the work is done every day. Now this will be done till the day the work is not complete. Yeah? So 7 by 60 first day, 7 by 60 second day, 7 by 60 third day, and so on till the work is complete. Now the question asked was, for if they work together for 4 days, and how much of the work will be completed? Now that's another type of question, the second type which is asked. So what do? You put 7 by 60 is done in one day, next day 7 by 60, third day 7 by 60, and fourth day 7 by 60 you add. Yeah? Or 7 by 60 into 4, because in one day they do 7 by 60, in 4 days they'll do 7 by 60 into 4, you get 7 by 15. What does it mean? 7 by 15th of the work is completed for 4 days when A and B work together. And how much of the work is remaining? you subtract 7 by 15 from 1. Now why did we subtract from 1? Because we consider the complete work as 1. Remember that, okay? Very, very important. 1 minus 7 by 15, 8 by 15 is the remaining work, and we consider the complete work as 1. Now that's another type. Now the complication starts with conditions. Now the condition 1 is this: A works for 15, B for 20. Now C comes the 5th day. Remember? Now C comes the 5th day. For 4 days A and B were working together. Now for C comes the 5th day, and C can complete the task alone in 10 days. Now he can complete the entire work in 10 days. Now how many days in total will A, B and C take to complete the work? Yeah. Do we know how much work is remaining? Yes, we know. So we can solve it. Let us solve it. Yes, some animations. For 4 days, A and B worked, and they completed 7 by 15th of the work. Now the remaining work is 8 by 15th. Now we will try to find out what is 1 day work. That's the golden rule. In 1 day, if A, B and C work together, they complete 1 by 20 plus 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10 of the work, which is their individual 1 day work, and they will complete together. 3 of them will complete 13 by 60 of the task. So 3 of them together will complete 13 by 60 of the work. Now we know the work remaining, we know their 1 day's work. We will find the number of days simply by dividing. Okay, let us solve it. The work remaining is 8 by 15. We subtracted 1 minus 7 by 15, if you remember. And 1 day work is of 3 of them, A, B and C, is 13 by 60. So the number of days would be the remaining work divided by 1 day work. So we get the answer. The answer is 2. Okay, the answer is 32 by 13, or you can write it as 26 by 13. Yeah. So we have solved it. Remember, you have to find the remaining work. You have to find 1 day work. Just divide, you get the answer. Now, do you understand this? Did we calculate all days? Because if I give you the question was, in how many days in total will A, B and C work together to complete the work? So A and B have worked for 4 days, and after C comes, they have worked for 2, 6 by 13 days. So we had to add. Don't forget that. That's the catch. I didn't solve it because I knew you can be caught on this. Yeah, generally questions are designed like this, that you solve half of the problem and you feel you've done it. Let's go to the next slide with some animations. So the condition is this: A completes the work in 15, B in 20, C in 10. If A is assisted by B and C on the 3rd day, what it means, A works for 1st day and 2nd day, and on the 3rd day B and C, they also help A on the 3rd day, not on the 1st and 2nd day, on the 3rd day. Now the second condition is, if assisted by B and C every alternate day. So on the 1st day A works alone, then B and C work with A, 3rd day A works alone, 4th day B and C work with him. So we have to find in both the conditions how many days will it take to complete the work. Now it's an easy problem, but the catch is, you have to understand that you cannot find 1 day work. In this case, it will be very complicated if you find 1 day work. So what you can do is, you can play a little smart and you can work like this. Now on the 1st day A works, and A completes 1 by 15th of the work, because it is simply 1 by 15, right? B, okay, on the 2nd day also A works, and the working efficiency is same. So again on the 2nd day A completes 1 by 15th of the work. But on the 3rd day, B and C come and help A. So 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 20, which is 13 by 60, which we found out before, is 1 day work, which is on the 3rd day. Now always find out the 3 days work in this case. Yeah, combined together, when you can create a series. Right? So we have created a series. On the 1st day A works alone, on the 2nd day A works alone, on the 3rd day B and C help, on the 4th day A works alone, on the 5th day A works alone. So it's a series, it's a sequence. So you can take one unit out of a sequence sequence, which is a 3 days work. So 3 days work would be 1 day work where A works, second day where A works, and third day where A, B and C together they work. So 1 by 15 plus 1 by 15 plus 13 by 60, which is equal to 60 by 21 days. Now again remember, it will not be 60 by 21, it will be 60 by 21 into 3, because it is not 1 day work, it is 3 days work. So you multiply by 3 in this case. Remember, whenever you find 1 day work, you just reverse the fraction. In this case we will reverse and we will multiply it by 3 because it's a 3 days work. Let us try to solve the second part, and probably it'll be easier to understand. Okay, didn't I solve it? Okay, now that's sad. That's sad. Yeah, but don't worry, I'll explain you. Okay, here's the question. If A is assisted by B and C every alternate day, in how many days it will take for them to complete the task? Now in this case we will not find 3 days work. In this case we will find 2 days work, because on the first day A works, on the second day A, B, C work, on the third day A works, on the fourth day A, B and C work. So the sequence is A, B and C, A, B and C. So we take a unit out of it. The unit is A, and the second day A, B and C. So we find out 2 days work, where on the first day A works for 1 by 15, on the second day A, B and C work for 13 by 60. We find out 2 days work, 1 by 15 plus 13 by 60, we will get 17 by 60. We reverse it and we multiply it by 2, because in this case we are finding 2 days work, right? So this is the catch. This is how you solve it. Let us go to the last condition. A, B and C together they work for 2 days, and then A and C leave. In how many days B completed the remaining work? Again, it's a simple question. We know A 15, B 20, C 10. For 2 days they would have worked for 1 by 15 plus 1 by 10 plus 1 by 20. That is 1 day work. The second day they will do the same work. So on 1 day they have done 13 by 60 of the work. Next day they'll do the same work, because there are 3 people working together. So it is 26 by 60 of the work which is complete. The remaining work is 1 minus 26 by 60. Remember I told you the complete work is 1. So the remaining work is 34 by 60 now, and A is not working and C is not working. So very simple, remaining work, 1 day work, divide. Yeah, so remaining work is 34 by 60. B's 1 day work is 1 by 20. Divide 34 by 60 by 1 by 20. You get the answer. It is 11 1 by 3 days. So after 2 days, when A and C leave, B completes the work in 11 1 by 3 days. Yeah. So our kind of questions are complete. With time and work, you have not only completed time of work, you have also completed pipes and systems. Remember, in pipes and systems, a leakage or the outgoing pipe is taken as negative work. All questions are similar. Consider pipes as men and systems as the work which is to be completed. Try to solve the same way. If you are not able to, write to me. I'll do it for you. This is Aladdin. Enjoy your day and thank you very much.